Good morning. It's Retta and Ratchet, Retta's Recovery Reminders, and I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. Every day we get another chance to be who we want to be who we came here to be. And when we step out of fear and into love in our hearts and acceptance of ourselves and everybody else and life, things open up, in a much more peaceful, um, loving way. And when you find peace in your heart, it's a lot easier to deal with the upsets in life. You're not, um, you know, people aren't triggering that pain every time, you get your feelings hurt or whatever, because you've already cleared that pain out. So, anyway, it's February 12th. Excuse me. February 12th, but whenever you are seeing this, this is meant for you. I will know love when I realize I cannot hide what I think, what I feel, or who I am. You cannot be fully present in your loving if you are happy sometimes and sad most of the time. If you are afraid to leave while you're wondering if you're going to get left. You cannot be fully present in your loving if you are wondering why you should stay or how you can go without hurting or being hurt. It's true. um, wow. You are not present in love if you are afraid to tell the absolute truth about who you are, what you need, and what you want. Under these circumstances, you are not present in love. You are hiding. Love does not hide anyone. Love stands tall in the truth of what it is for everyone to see and receive it. Love does not tell half the story some of the time, nor does love avoid telling its story just to save time and feelings. Love is respectful, honorable, noble, and honest. Love is gentle, compassionate, willing to share, and able to comfort. Love speaks boldly, yet softly. It reaches far without losing ground. You know that love is present when in the midst of your storm you can find something, some one thing to laugh about, smile about, or hold on to. You are not fully present in your loving if you are blaming. And not accepting your share of the responsibility. If you are not acknowledging your part in whatever is going on or your pain about it. You are not and cannot be fully present in your loving if you are not expressing gratitude for all you have received. If you are not supporting or sharing your vision for yourself. You cannot be fully present in your loving of another if you are still making excuses for not being present because you are probably in a great deal of pain. Until today, you may have made excuses for not being fully present in your loving relationships. Just for today, be devoted to being fully present in all of your relationships. Share the truth of your thoughts and feelings. Share the truth about yourself. Just for today, I am devoted to finding the courage to be fully present in my relationships. Wow, that's really good. And it's so true. When we realize that the other person that you are having the relationship, they might be giving you, all the love that they have to give, or the only thing of love that they know. You know, everybody has their own experience and their own perception of love. And for me, love to me is caring about the well-being of another person and wanting that other person to be respected and accepted and honored and loved just for being them. You don't have to do anything to be worthy of love. And I think people have been fooled, and they think that they have to do something, buy somebody something, or, to be loved. And that's not love. That's, manipulation and, crap like that. It's just not, it's not authentic. It's not. It's a play. It's a mask. It's not real. When you can, get bare and be honest about who you are and what you feel and what you want with another person, that's integrity. Okay? Not faking your feelings, freaking loving somebody one day and hating them the next. If you can't make up your mind, what do you expect that person to feel about what you're giving them? You're not giving them all of you, that's for sure. You know, I gave my all in my previous relationship, and I, stopped trying to live in my ego, and I put my heart first. And unfortunately, the other person wasn't in that same frame of mind or emotional intelligence. But that's okay. It's a lesson. And that is what I have taken it as now. And I am so much better in my life being able to stand on my own anyway. And once you find your wholeness within yourself and you're able to stand on your own in full in your presence of self, no matter what that looks like, I am me. I've always been a little odd, and that's okay. I love myself just like this. I know now that people are uncomfortable with it because they are conformists. They go along with the crowd. I don't. I go along with my heart, and I always will. Stop, Ratchet. I always will. Anyway, I hope you guys have a really wonderful week this week. It's Monday, going back to work today. Freaking get back to it. I love my job. I love my life. I am blessed to have all these things opening up in my life now that I have stepped into being my true authentic self and living in my recovery and in my, true self. It's okay. We all have issues. What is that, Loki? Sorry, the dogs. They're goofy. Anyway, get up here. I forgot where I was. The dogs put me out of my groove here. But anyway, just be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself about what you want. If somebody is not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated, everybody deserves to be, treated with kindness and compassion. If somebody is jumping down your throat every time you do something that they don't like, it's something in them that is uncomfortable with that. And that's not for you to fix, okay? That's for you to walk away and say, I'm sorry that you feel like that, but I mean, you can speak to me as a human and we can try to work this out, or you can talk at me, and I can, go try to learn it by myself because I'm not a child. And when people patronize you and talk down to you, it's a really icky energy. And I think that people who feel like they know everything and they think they know better than everybody else, they give off that stank energy. And it's like, ugh. Everybody has their own path. Be okay with that. Like, everybody is doing the best they can with the information they have at that time. That's it. Give yourself the compassion to learn. We don't know everything. There's no way we can. Be okay with not knowing. And when you find a truth in your heart, be okay with living in that truth. And don't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't. Be true to yourself, because it is only in that, living in that truth, that you will find joy and peace and, like, love your life. I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, I felt trapped for so long. I felt stuck. And because I was telling myself I was stuck. I made an effort, focused on not the problem, I focused on the solution, and I started going towards that solution. And that's what we need to start doing, focusing on the solution instead of the problem. We're focusing on what we don't want instead of what we do want. Start focusing on what you do want and start walking towards that. There's always going to be nasty, negative, evil, mean, cruel, angry people that you're going to come into contact with out there in the world. There just is. There's a lot of hurt out there. The, key is to not allow that to affect your peace and harmony, and to walk in that peace and harmony no matter where you go. And once you learn to do that, like, be in your meditation at all times. Like, I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm good. Source is in your heart. And once you live with that love of Source in your heart, you carry it with you always. And it just changes your perception of the world. I hope that sharing my change in perception helps you in some way today. I wish nothing but the best for each and every one of you and everybody out there. Everybody just wants to be loved and accepted and to feel like they belong. And, when you belong, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't, and you get that in your heart and you start living in that truth, that's when, you open the door and shine for, hopefully, to allow others to do the same. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a really great day. Ratchy loves you guys. She's my favorite. She taught me so much about fear, being afraid, and jumping at people, instead of, understanding that that's something in me. I feel like that because I feel like less than or something. Like, it's something in you that you're not addressing. That's what those bad feelings come from. Once you address all those things and you have your life in an order that you actually, know where everything is every day, and you can get up and check in with yourself and be okay living in that truth every day, life is just so much better. And it starts with healing your heart and knowing that you are a amazing, wonderful, loving being that was sent here to learn about love and life. And you can only do that by loving yourself and giving yourself that same kindness and compassion that you've given to everybody else your whole life. Once you turn it around and turn it inwards, something happens, and it's like a wholeness, a marriage of the two brains, and it becomes this one wholeness, and it just blooms. I had a friend of mine at the clinic who I've known since I started comment on how she can actually see my radiance now. And it was just like, it made me feel so good, because for so long, like, I was, every time I felt like I was going, a positive way in my relationship, the other person was trying to get me to remember who I was back years ago, instead of, like, celebrating my little wins they were piling more crap on top of it. And you have to realize that you cannot force people to treat you differently. You can only choose to value your own feelings and know that you are valuable and you are worthy of love. And if you're not being loved the way that you deserve to be, that it's okay to remove yourself from those situations. You do not owe anyone anything except for your children, which is what I'm trying to, get back to. But I had to heal myself first. I'm so grateful that they weren't, witness to the abuse and trauma that was happened in that relationship. And I do believe that, everything does happen for the greatest good. We might not see it at the time, but when you live your life in that truth, it becomes like your brain looks for things to prove you right. So if you're looking for the best in life, you're 9 times out of 10 gonna see it. I promise. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a really great week. Be blessed. Just keep love and acceptance in your heart. And I promise you, it'll get better. All that love has to come back to me. It's the law of the universe, law of attraction. Be blessed. Peace.